The Bobby Bones Show.
All right, give me one story from your vacation, and we can go around the room. We were gone all last week. We had a couple days of new shows, and then Friday there was no need for a show. It was July 4th. But give me a story from your vacation. Let's go Morgan first.
Okay, so I did not realize Minnesota is this beautiful, gorgeous place. I don't know why. I think I just assumed it was kind of the Midwest. There wasn't a lot there. We were all the way on like the North Shore of Minnesota, and I may have found like one of my new favorite towns in the whole country. It's called Grand Marais. It's at like the northernmost point. We were like 15
In
miles
Minnesota?
from Canada.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, in like the very top. And it's like a lake town, but also you have mountains and there's hiking, there's waterfalls everywhere. And I just I fell in love with Minnesota the whole trip.
You picked a good time to go to that part of the world because you wait 4 months, it's freaking covered in snow and ice and cold. Yeah, Minnesota's cool because they do have a lot of nature. It's a massive state though too.
Yeah.
Why Minnesota?
Somebody on Instagram had messaged because I'm trying to see all the states. That's my goal, and I think I have 8 or 9 left. And I had never been to Illinois, Iowa, or Minnesota. And somebody messaged me and was like, "Hey, I think you could complete this all in a road trip." And I'm like, "Well, don't have to tell me twice. I'll do a road trip." So we mapped it out, and Minnesota was like kind of the top most point, and then we came back down and came through Iowa after hitting Chicago.
I'm gonna do squinty eyes, For those only listening, this is me evaluating something in my head.
Yeah.
So, a couple things come to mind. Your boyfriend just agreed to go on that full road trip with you.
Yeah.
You just decided all of it, and he's just good to go, and you guys went.
Yeah, he was like, "I'm totally up for this."
Excellent. Number 2, how does he feel about your dog being everywhere with you all the time?
He loves it. He loves animals as much as I do.
I love animals too, but I don't take my dog
But
on
that's
vacation.
how they met, kind of,
I hear
because
you.
he had like a love dogs drink beer shirt on or something.
I hear you.
Or pet dogs.
I just wonder because Morgan's on the beach and her dog is right with her on the beach. I'm thinking to myself, if I was dating somebody and they wanted to bring their cat everywhere that we went,
He pushed the dog stroller.
yeah, I would too early in a relationship.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm not even hating. I'm just asking. These are just questions.
He probably wants a break from that dog. Let's be real.
I'm just
No.
saying that it's a lot of dog.
Morgan, don't say.
I don't even want a human around that
Exactly.
often. Because you can't go in certain places because of the dog, right?
Yeah, I mean, we were hanging out on patios and stuff like that. And if we ever got to a point where it was maybe okay, we have the dog, we can't do this, I'd be like, "I'm sorry, you can go do this if it, you want to go see it." He's like, "No, this is great.
There's
I want to
no
keep doing
chance that he would go do it and leave you and the dog. By the way, you ain't ever gonna meet a dog lover like me. Can't love them more.
You have some competition.
But I'm saying, I just wouldn't. I feel like if I were dating somebody and they want to take their dog everywhere we went, even on vacation, I'd be like, cut the cord. No offense.
I mean, he
It's good
didn't. He
prep
didn't have
for-
any issue with it. But in all fairness, I will always also plan trips that don't include her. But if we're gonna do a
Okay.
road trip, she's coming.
Fair. Listen, that's awesome. If you can make a whole trip and you go places where the dog's always welcome, that's awesome. It's for me. My bulldog ain't going a lot of places. One, he's snorting. He's chasing things. He ain't that well mannered. He's farting. So your dog doesn't have those issues.
No, yeah, she loves being in public. Everybody loves seeing her, and that's why we bring the stroller because then she can come more frequently because she gets tired. She's 10 years old at this point.
Okay, I just wondered his level of I'm tired of this. The dog coming everywhere.
If
Because
he
at some point in the relationship, he's going to go leave the dog back some. Because he's doing early relationship vibes right now.
Oh, and if he does, is it over?
No. Like I said, we will plan. There will be balance. I will do trips without her, but I'm just gonna also plan opportunities where she can come because they're only around for a short time. So you gotta make the best of it.
I hear you.
And so far, he didn't have any complaints. He's also
Of
just not a
course,
big complainer, though, in
you
general.
just started dating.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. That's just not
Good for him.
his
Love
personality.
It. If you have found your match, then if that's the case, it just felt like the dog was every single place.
That's tough.
Yeah, but I thought it was cute.
No.
It is.
Well,
It's
you didn't
cute
live
to
it. You saw the pictures.
To a certain extent.
Yeah, I just.
But
felt,
I think that her dog is really well behaved,
Absolutely.
and it's a therapy dog.
What?
I mean,
What is that?
yeah.
it's a trained,
So he
it's a
calmed him down?
licensed therapist.
Is that what you're telling me?
was he having trouble?
Yeah, was he going
Good.
through something
I
that I
think
didn't
it's
know
great.
about?
I think if he
No,
really
but I
had,
mean, her dog is just really
she's
well
well trained.
trained
but you
and
couldn't
well
go
behaved.
in a restaurant. I think I would get irritated if we're on vacation and we can not go in a restaurant.
But they went to patio places.
I don't want to eat on the patio all the time. Could you have left it back in the room?
There were some places where we could have, yeah.
Did
and
you?
we just didn't, yeah.
Okay.
I don't. She's
You
just.
never
she's so
left
awesome.
it in the room.
I'm not arguing with your dog's awesome. Again, I'm gonna say it again. Never met a dog lover like me. Love it. But I just think.
So I got. Here's my next question. Did your dog sleep in the bed with you guys?
She always sleeps in the
Oh my
bed.
God.
Oh,
Oh my
man.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
Guys, she always.
And he's
does
not
this, isn't-
complaining?
No.
I'm
Not
shocked.
yet.
Guys,
Not yet.
he loves her as much as I do.
Did you pay for the whole trip?
Bed.
No.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, where does he say, "Hey, how about we put her on the bed"?
Guys,
or on
I
the
don't think
floor
you realize
tonight?
he's the same like level as me with
Okay.
being a
Does
dog
he have a
lover.
dog?
No, he had just
Guys,
lost his.
guys,
Hold
guys,
on.
guys.
He just
Stop.
lost. Hold on.
Stop.
He just lost his right before we met.
Come on.
died.
Are
His
you
dog
sure?
died.
Yes, he literally has a tattoo on his ankle of his dog's name because he likes it to go on walks with him. I don't know what to tell you.
I think Amy's tapping out to be on your team.
We are the same level of animal
Hold on.
lover.
He has the dog's name tattooed on his ankle so the dog can go on a walk with him.
Yeah, like whenever he goes on walks.
Picturing like
he needs a therapy dog.
dog mural.
No, his
Or like a
name.
paw or something.
Oh, I thought he had like the whole dog's face tattooed on his ankle. And I just
He tattooed the dog on his ankle so he can go on a
man.
walk with
no
him.
the name. I get it now.
It's the name.
But to go on a walk with him
Yeah,
everywhere
always.
he goes.
So I got a question.
You
It's
gotta
a dog.
show
You
Amy,
guys
Andy. You
are-
gotta show Amy. You gotta show Amy. Because he's.
All right, you know what? It's fine. You guys don't understand.
I thought like the ankle was like, the dog's nose. The face was around it. I was picturing this whole other thing, but I get it. Okay.
But if he'd got him like on the shoulder, the dog can't go on a walk with him. It has to be on the
It has to be
ankle.
on the ankle.
Okay, guys.
That's
Stop
the
motion
motion
to
to
walk.
Oh
The
my
foot.
gosh.
yeah, you're.
Another question.
I mean,
Yes, please ask
sweet.
Lunchbox.
That's sweet.
When this dog sleeps in the bed with you every single night,
Yep.
do you snuggle with that dog and not him?
What?
No.
the
serious
dog can
question.
sleep at the foot of the bed.
Yeah, Remy sleeps. She just sleeps wherever. Like sometimes she'll be on the floor. It's up to her. I don't like stop
Oh,
her from
man.
sleeping on
Oh,
the
so
bed.
Remy's sleeping with his dog, kind of.
Yeah.
At the foot of the bed.
Remy sleeps on his ankle.
Yeah, so that way they can get to know each other.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Oh man.
He so
He was a-
maybe I just give it a break today.
I don't.
No,
What?
you had a question. You
I
had a
what?
question. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Or you had a statement.
Are you crying?
No, I'm not crying.
He's laughing.
I'm just it seems like he uses a lot of hair gel.
No, there's not an abnormal amount.
But some
He uses like a paste.
Oh, like pomade,
Yeah.
great. Love it.
like a balm.
The bomb,
Sure.
yes. Bomb.
Great. The only thing that I see that concerns, because we're just talking, just a bunch of friends here hanging out. Sometimes you learn history to keep it from happening again. And I don't know anything about this guy. Not met him.
I would say that's the most important reason to.
Learn
Study history.
Right. So it
Yes.
doesn't happen again.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
You have dated guys that were big hair gel guys.
A few, some not. I've dated both.
It seems like the bad experiences have been with hair gel type guys.
Okay, well,
Or paste.
I'm
or,
not.
or balm.
Balm.
I think a lot
Do you
of guys
understand what I-
tend to wear
No.
hair paste.
No.
I think they do.
Like normally on vacation, just hanging out.
He doesn't
has
like when he
good-
wears hats.
I think he
and
just has
stuff.
good hair,
Yeah.
Did the
right?
You're telling me you put nothing in your hair, Bobby?
He doesn't.
Never. Never.
I feel like that's abnormal.
Yeah, it is.
I don't either.
Yeah.
The only well,
Okay.
No
You're on
surprise
Lunchbox's
there.
team.
it is a
Neither
bit
does Eddie.
it is a bit abnormal.
That's not funny.
But I'm just saying your history of dudes that were like tan with hair gel and fit, it has not been traditionally good for you. And so I'm just hoping this guy that are all those is not like those other guys.
I mean, so far he hasn't been. There hasn't been a
And
single
no signs. Do you understand?
indication of that.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, you could put it in the category of type, sure.
Got it. Thank
But
you.
also,
Type.
the last guy that I dated wore hair gel,
And what happened
and
to
he
him?
was
bailed.
not. He was not
No, I hear you.
necessarily a bad guy.
I hear you. I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't think the last guy was a bad guy at all. I didn't know him either. But do you understand what I'm saying, Amy? Like you see him and he's like in his mediums with his hair gel and his tan, and that's Morgan's type, and it's a good type. It's a good looking good dude. But that type's not worked out for her in the past, and so my concern is we're walking down the same trail we've walked down a few times.
Well, I don't think he's giving those vibes.
The only vibes I can see are the vibes from 10,000 feet up.
I mean, I even sent Morgan a message over the break that like him. What was it? He was pushing the stroller?
Yeah.
Like I just felt like that. I don't know that the other guy, one in particular that I'm thinking about, would have done that.
No.
Yeah, I just think
Any of the last three wouldn't have.
yeah, he's caring for Morgan in a different way.
Love it, and I hope that's the case. And I'm
Yeah.
not saying that's not the case. I'm just saying it meets that criteria that the other guys have taught me is the criteria of what Morgan should avoid. But I don't know his personality, don't know anything about him. That's just something that has come to my mind.
Well, that's a bummer. But yeah, so far no other flags that put him in the category
Perfect.
of the other types
Because
that
if
you're
it's your
referring
type
to.
physically and he doesn't also have the loser tendencies, that's perfect because he's your
Yes.
type physically and he doesn't have the loser tendencies that a lot of times come with that type. Mm-hmm. But not every time it has to come with that type. That's all. Anybody else think that at all? Or am I the only one?
They all look like the same dude to me. You know what I mean? Like every time she
no,
posts
the
a
last
picture.
boyfriend didn't.
Yeah.
90%.
Well,
Here's the one.
The,
I mean,
the
just
one that was
it's
like,
not the hair gel for me. It's not any of that. It's just every guy she like starts dating, they love the dog as much as her.
Yeah. Well,
Automatically. And then it's like, man.
I don't know that I would agree with that.
and you don't have to. And I know mine's based on nothing factual except history with something I have no idea about now. So
who booked the trip? Like, did you book the trip and then he
apparently
went
a
along?
listener did on like TikTok or
Yeah,
something.
that's right.
No, she suggested it. No, we booked it together. We
Okay.
sat down and planned it.
Okay.
Awesome. I hope it, and I can't wait for it to be even better.
so how did y'all decide
I'm not
who?
rooting against
How-
you. I'm rooting for you. I could not root for you any harder than I am.
How did y'all decide who paid for what?
We just split everything, just basically down the middle as much as we could. Just-
What do you mean as much as you could?
Well, you
like-
can't go 50-50 on everything. Like, yeah,
But I mean,
I know
like
what you're
he
saying.
has a job and he's able to pay.
He has a job.
Yes.
and he's
He has a job.
and it was no problem.
Yes.
Does he
he's
make more
very
than
much
you?
employed. He has a car. He has all the basic necessities for survival.
That's good.
Hey, and listen, at one point, Amy's little boy toy didn't even have a car.
You're right. You're right.
No.
toy.
He was your boy toy, and he was driving in your
not
car,
a
and
boy
we all
toy.
just turned a blind eye.
And you thought we didn't know.
And you thought we didn't know it. We're like, what's
not
the
a boy
kid doing dropping Amy off at work?
That's not okay.
What's funny is
whatever.
no one said anything to each
No,
other.
we were just like,
I didn't either.
yeah, we were all just like, okay. We kind of acknowledged in each other's eyes.
Yeah.
No, Abby did ask me one day, did you see that kid driving in his car?
Abby, did you really?
Yeah.
Abby.
I don't think I said kid, but
What?
I just said,
The young guy driving Amy's car.
yeah, I was a little confused.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Amy and I did have this conversation one time. We were talking about
What if
it.
it's the same dude? Oh my God.
Oh.
What if Morgan's with that dude?
No, it's not the same guy.
Oh, okay.
I promise.
Eskimo sisters?
We were talking about him, and she was really excited. It was in the very beginning, and she was like, "Yeah," and he like drives my car. I was like, "Wait," and I had to like be the friend that was like, "Okay, yeah, that's," but we like him. Good, okay. And I like in my head, I was like, "He doesn't have a car. I don't know how this is gonna work."
Yeah, I know. He had just moved back from Europe. It was a whole thing. Well, whatever. I don't know. It's confusing times.
Yeah.
But it wasn't what it was
We were-
exactly
hey,
what y'all
hey,
are thinking.
my wife and I ran into him once at a sandwich shop. It was weird. Did she ever tell you that?
Yes, she told me.
You saw him in a sandwich shop?
Yes. Well, Caitlin, she knew him.
Yeah.
He was
I-
working
I
there?
didn't know him.
You didn't know.
Nope.
Well,
I
Bobby
know anything
didn't.
about it.
All right.
My wife will lock something in, even from me. If somebody says to her, "Don't," she doesn't tell me. I think that's quite unfair. I should know everything. I do. I think I should know everything
But
she
I don't
knows.
think I
agree.
said to her, "Don't say anything."
But she
to
will not
Bobby."
say anything about anything unless she can has permission to say. And I think
Right.
that's great for my secrets to her. But it's like I should have the ability to know everything she knows. I'm her husband. If a friend tells you a secret, they should understand you're telling me too. Because I don't say crap, but I don't know anything. There's like 4 people I don't know secrets on. It pisses me off. Anyway, I saw him, and I was like, "Why was that dude weird?" And then my wife wouldn't say anything about it. She goes, "Amy knows him," and I was like, "That's the dude that drove the car," and she wouldn't say anything else about it. She goes, "I don't know." I was like, "That's the dude that drove Amy's car into work," and I put it together, but I didn't know anything else about it.
Was that at the time he was still driving in his car, or that was after?
No, that's why he was acting weird to
Oh.
Caitlin, and she had yeah.
So how did you meet him?
It's a good question.
I mean, like,
No, through a friend.
it's turned.
Through a friend.
Good job, Morgan.
through a friend.
Yeah,
The
literally.
pressure gone.
Through
That
a
girl.
friend. Like and
How much younger?
my friend isn't even friends with him anymore.
How much younger?
Like, I felt bad because I was like, I feel like this whole thing like ruined y'all's friendship too. She's like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know. Not a story to tell for now.
How
but
much younger?
He was.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
I'm not.
Do not lie, because I
trying to
saw him
re-
face to face.
I'm trying to remember.
Do not
Was he
lie.
32?
No.
Do not lie.
Or 30? Was he 32? 32.
Okay.
But I was 40.
4.
No, I'm 44 now.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, Amy's acting
was-
like it was 20
I
years
was-
ago
I
when we
was
lived in
42.
Austin.
I was 42.
Okay,
And then
2
he
years
was
ago.
actually he was older than that. He was 34.
I don't know.
No.
I put him. I
He
put him
might
at
have been
just having
22.
prom.
I don't remember. I just remember.
Well, tell me a story from your vacation.
Well, I smuggled a child into another country.
Love
Whoa.
it. Yeah. Was it the guy that kid?
No, no. But I had no idea that if you have another child traveling with you, that you're supposed to have like this consent form from the kid's parents that's even notarized, I think.
That makes sense, but I had no idea.
Totally
either.
makes sense,
Yeah.
right? Like, obviously, when I got to the other country, when we went down to the Caymans, they were questioning me.
Where's the Caymans?
Yeah.
It's in the Caribbean.
Sounds
I
awesome.
had never
it
been
does.
either. I
Yeah.
know. I'd never been either. Of course, my kids were in heaven because it's just, I think, like south of Haiti. Like, it's total vibes. They were like, oh, they felt.
It's like if I were in southern Missouri. I'm like, Arkansas's right over the line.
My
Yes.
kids are like, oh, this weather's amazing. But so my friend Jill, y'all know her. I've been friends with her. I met her in my 20s. She's gone every year since she was a kid. So they were going down. She's invited me several years. I've never been able to go. And I finally was like, I think we can go this year. So we all went. And then my boyfriend decided to come with his kids. And my daughter took a friend. And, you know, I was very excited that she was taking this as a friend that's a great influence. Like, I just really like her. It was going to be a good vibe because my boyfriend has a daughter and like then my daughter, and it could kind of like give them a little crew, you know, if there's any awkwardness. And I was so pumped. And then we got to, you know, you when you're going into another country, you have to go through customs and all that. And I don't have a letter for her. And this woman, thankfully, just had, I don't know what you would call it, mercy on us.
Is it because they wanted to make sure nobody trafficked kids?
Yeah.
I mean, is that really what
yes,
it is?
it obviously makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And I get it. And her parents didn't think of it. I guess they'd never let her go to another country with another family. I had never done this. So anyway, fast forward, we were able to get through. But it very much could have been a situation where they were not going to let her enter the country. And
Well, you'd had to go home.
I would have had
Yeah.
gone home.
Take her back.
Like, then they wouldn't have let me in the country because I was trying to bring this child into the country. So then,
Again, I wouldn't have thought of that either, but
yeah, so
I'm
heads up.
glad that's a rule and a law.
Absolutely.
But I'm also
Like,
surprised they would just go like, yeah, you look honest.
Yeah.
yeah, praise be.
Mercy.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. Like, thank you, Lord.
I'm
Because-
looking at the Cayman Islands here. And I've never been. I don't know how an airplane lands there.
So small?
Yeah, dude. No, again, I'm looking at a map. I'm sure it's actually quite big.
Yeah, zoom in a little
Dude,
bit.
I'm talking about
Whoa.
like it.
I took it. We flew Southwest, like a
Southwest
Really?
lands there?
Southwest flies to the Caymans?
Yes, so like a 737 or whatever those
Wow.
are. With-
How did it fit on that thing? Because this island looks tiny. Like if you zoom back, like Cuba, you could fit like, I don't know, 500 of these on Cuba. Port-au-Prince, Jamaica's next to it. And then Port-au-Prince, where Amy's kids are from, are from Haiti. Are they from Port-au-Prince specifically?
Yep. Well, that's where their orphanage was.
That's where I was. Yeah. It's like a boat ride away, but this Cayman Islands, it is small.
Yeah, it's 22 miles long.
The whole thing, huh?
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder, comparable to Rhode Island.
Huh.
Like what the Cayman Islands
Well, that looks
comparable
nice.
to Rhode Island.
Well,
And
we
Amy,
were
you
on
land
our
there?
yeah on
Okay.
a Southwest plane. You don't have to like take another little plane somewhere,
Yeah.
or you don't have to take a boat. But like
48 miles is Rhode Island.
we were staying on a beach called 7 Mile,
That's the whole island. It's called the
Yes.
whole island beach.
Like the section where we were. And you know what's so crazy? Speaking of airplanes and people, guess who I ran into leaving the Cayman
Oh,
Airport?
I
So
got
we're
it.
at the airport.
Kenny Chesney,
Oh, Kip Moore.
right?
No, it's not anything. Nobody's going to care.
What?
Oh, well, then why you made a big deal?
Because y'all know him. It's so crazy. Like, I was telling my kids, this is insane. I cannot believe it. So we're in line, about to go through security, leaving, and I look over and I see my best friend from high school, one of them, Luke.
Well, we would have never gotten that.
Not only,
Wow.
Shirtless Luke.
not
haven't
only
talked
would
about
we
him.
have never gotten
We
that,
haven't talked about him in 20 years.
well, we don't care.
You saw your friend?
No, but y'all know
That is
him.
a- that's
But
coincidence.
Isn't
That's
that
fine.
random? You're
That's
in
fine.
another
Yeah.
country. And then I'm like, kids. I'm like, and Luke was like, I was at your birthday party back in whenever. And then I was like, kids, I was in his wedding. Like, it just was so crazy. And we had been on the same 7 Mile Island for days and I never ran into them. And I was so bummed, but he doesn't have social media. So I didn't know he was there.
Dang, it's crazy to run into somebody that
Yeah.
you haven't seen in a long time somewhere.
It's a small world.
Yeah, I
It-
saw my
after
geography
all-
teacher in like a a Galveston Walmart when I was young.
That's
You did?
crazy.
Mr. Hollison, it was weird. I was like, you don't belong here.
That's crazy when you see your teacher like in your own hometown.
Yeah, no, yeah. Imagine
really.
a Galveston Walmart.
That's like when I ran into Gigi and Chris in the Houston airport. I met them in college, hadn't seen them since, and I got off a plane. They were getting on a plane, and I was like,
You get on
Hey.
planes?
that's
Okay.
crazy.
Well, we had talked about shirtless Luke.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you what, the Cayman Islands, they know what they're doing on the tourism side because you go to visit CaymanIslands.com. First picture, chick, blonde, nice, and they have her butt just standing in the water. Next picture down, 2 chicks in bikinis underneath the water snorkeling. They show them. I mean, it's like they are showing you the hot chicks.
Okay.
I'm looking at the map because my geography is not good on where things are because I didn't know where the Cayman Islands were. You could have said, here's a map and I'll give you 10 picks and you get to pick where Belize is. I'd
Where's
have missed, I'd have missed every pick.
Oh, Belize.
That's in
South of
South America?
Mexico.
It's in South America, yes, and it is like Cayman Islands. If you just go to the water, Belize is like on the water. I don't know where Belize is.
But is Belize part
I
of?
might have thought it was in Europe.
Oh,
No.
no. Now you knew it was in the Americas.
I don't
You knew it
know.
was
I don't
down
know that
there.
I would have. I tell you what,
Belize.
No, you're thinking of Belize Navidad.
Same thing.
So what'd you guys do? Did you guys fish? What'd you do?
Fish.
No, but they do have something there called Stingray City, and
Oh, it's
you
right
go,
here on their things to do.
and it's the clearest water you've ever seen, and you swim with stingrays.
Did you?
Yeah.
Belize,
And it's
Guatemala,
another chick singing.
Honduras,
Swimming
So
with stingrays.
Belize is part
El
of
Salvador,
the main South American continent.
Nicaragua. So I was in Costa Rica for a couple of months, and right above it I know is Nicaragua. And they were like, people don't drive from Costa Rica up to America because at some point you're going to get robbed or stopped. It's very unsafe. But Belize is pretty safe. The reason Belize comes to mind is, do you remember the band the Ting Tings?
What do they sing?
I'll sing the song, you'll know it immediately, but I
Is it
wanted
the
to
Christmas song?
No.
No.
As soon as I sing it, you'll know it. But I just didn't know if that
Ting
would.
tings. What is it?
Ding ding.
They call me that.
Oh,
Ah.
They call me Stacy. They call me
yeah.
that.
That's not my name.
That's not my name.
That's not my name.
Yeah, so that song, they had that song, and I saw them on TikTok, and they're like back, and I just messaged them. I was like, hey, let me interview you guys, and they were like, sure, we're in Belize, living in Belize, and I was like, oh, so I'm gonna interview them, but I didn't even know, and I thought Belize was in Europe. I really did.
Oh.
My head.
Amy's cousin.
My cousin lived there.
in Belize.
Oh, the psychic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's
I
she
think
live
she
now?
called into Belize. Well, she had to move to Austin when her mom got sick, but now her mom since has passed, and that season is over. So they're moving to Mexico, somewhere in Mexico.
Oh. Well, I'll tell you what, this place you went has a lot of beaches. Dang.
I think it's all beach pretty
It's
much.
an,
huh?
it's an island.
dude. Yeah.
It's surrounded by.
Well, I'm just telling you, it's Cayman Kai Beach, East End Beach, Governor's Beach, 7 Mile Beach.
That's where I was, 7 Mile.
And they have all blonde chicks just hanging out.
I mean, they have all chicks. I mean,
Fried
all the,
shrimp, upside down
all the
shrimp,
pictures are chicks, dude. It's amazing.
That's awesome, dude.
shrimp on
That's right.
steak,
That's exactly what it was like. You should go.
Probably not.
It's like,
crab and shrimp.
I think that's about it.
I think that's about it.
yeah, so.
Lunchbox, give me something.
Oh, man. I'm going to tell you what. My kids might go pro in fishing. I have never seen little kids catch that many fish in my life.
Stock pond.
No, a lake.
Oh, cool.
Who taught them? Because now you didn't teach them.
No, literally, teach them. We were just putting worms on hooks, and they were catching fish. after,
Like perch jerking, pretty much.
they were catching catfish, carp. I mean, it was crazy.
Carp?
Yes.
Really?
Big old suckers, too. I'm talking big. Some of them were big fish. And I mean, I could not believe these kids were so focused and they were so dedicated. Every morning, I thought vacation, we're going to sleep in. Every morning, 7 a.m., they're tapping me and my dad. Can we go fishing? Can we go fishing? Oh, my. We fished for hours, and they caught so many fish.
So I'm assuming they didn't use bob. They did not use bobbers.
They did.
They did because
The carp would go up there and catfish?
Well,
That's gonna work
so
there.
carp and catfish are mostly bottom dwellers.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I guess they
It was so wild. I mean, we'd gone to this lake for years, and I mean, maybe catch 1-2 fish. They were catching
That's
fish.
awesome.
Well, then maybe you need to enter them in some fishing competitions.
And you need to go take them fishing more.
Yeah.
Probably that,
Yeah.
too. And I mean, it'd be pouring rain, and they would just stand out there and fish. Like, guys, you can come
If
in.
you're catching fish though, because it's so rare to have one of those days. It's like a great day playing golf. You're just on. If it's one of those days catching fish, you will go out in the rain because it's so rare to have those type 2 or 3 days that are just like money. They're just jerking them out. Did you guys cook them?
No.
Throw them all back.
Catch and release.
Attaboy.
Yeah. Catch and release.
Like catfish, though, good eating.
I know.
Sometimes.
And then,
Oh,
and
fried
then
catfish? Oof.
but I did teach we taught the boys that they could kiss the fish on the lips.
I
Yeah.
kissed a stingray. 7 years of good luck.
I think they'll just tell any American anything over there.
Yeah, that's
Sure,
for real.
sure. Yeah, do that.
Yeah. Hey, 10 years if you have sex with it. Okay.
No, it was 7 years if you kissed an adult one and 14 years if you kissed a baby one.
Is that prison sentence?
What the heck? You sure you went to the Cayman
And
Islands?
I held a pregnant one.
I mean, look at that big old.
That's a big fish.
Betty
Let me
vacation?
see.
Yeah, so we did, Zion National Park and all that, but we surprised our kids with a Disney trip. Just one day at Disney in Anaheim in California or whatever. And I like Disney. Love Disney. It's a lot of fun, but like there's something that they do there that's just so weird to me. Like I'm an adult. I'm 46 years old. And I walk up to Mickey the character's out there, he's taking pictures. And so my son wants to see Mickey. So I go up and they're walking away. And I asked the guy, like, hey, real quick, sir, can my son get a picture with Mickey? And he goes, oh, I'm sorry, he can't. Mickey's got to go meet Pluto because Pluto's his dog. And he's got to go back where Minnie and everyone is. I'm like, dude, I'm 46 years old. Like, my son's not even here. Like, why are you talking to me like this? And they do that all the time. Another one, Mr. Incredible, like, oh, he's with Jack right now. He can't come out right now. I'm like, dude, stop it. Like, I'm
What do
not.
you want him to do? Be like, oh,
Dude, he's got to go on a
dude,
break.
He's on break.
Dude, Mickey's got to go.
What
Like,
if a kid hears them talking to you?
It
like
was
that?
just me and the guy. Like my kids weren't even there. It was just us two. And even like there's this Star Wars ride, and you get out of the ride, and apparently like, in the storyline, you get captured by the enemy or whatever. And they like pushed me with a gun and said, "You're a prisoner." I'm like, "Whoa, dude! Like, relax."
You know why they do that?
I think everybody's treated the same.
You know why they do that? Because you see those loser adults that go and they have like the Mickey ears on and stuff, and it's like they're all about it, and so they don't know if you're one of those weirdos.
Or it could be that
And
there
so-
are special needs adults that also want to have.
I think it's just they're required to stay in character no matter what.
I agree with that too, but I'm trying to give them other reasons.
I mean, what'd you say?
Special needs adults.
So like they thought I was special.
no, I'm saying
needs-
they just generally do it to everybody.
Okay.
That's why they don't want to discriminate. And if someone's there who's special,
But you don't need to tell anyone the story that he's going to
I'd
meet
go
Pluto.
70-30 on you.
No, no, man. I obviously was there with my kids. I'm like, hey, can my son take a picture with Mickey? It's just weird. Like, more and more I go, I love Disney. Don't get me wrong, but the more and more I go, it's like this is kind of weird a little bit. There are little rules that they have for everyone. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm sorry that happened, buddy.
That's okay. We'll probably go back anyway.
Yeah, Disney's cool. I went once and was with Steven Tyler. It was crazy.
Just you and Steven Tyler went to Disney.
Well, no, we didn't go together.
It's like, why have I not heard this story?
The very quick
Oh,
version is
for
that I was at
outing.
Disneyland, which is where you were.
Yeah,
Not
California.
Disney World, Disneyland's California, correct?
Mhm.
And I was there, and I had a day off shooting American Idol since I work for Disney. Disney owns ABC and American Idol. They were like, "Go, you can have you go underground, do all the cutting, and have a whatever."
What do you mean underground? There's an underground.
Well, there's like places you can go to get you around.
There's tunnels.
That's not so much tunneling,
Wow.
but there are places you can go. That's faster than the Fast Pass, but it's like the celebrity. And listen, I must have been the least famous celebrity that ever got to use this. So I'm there, and I got a person, and they're walking. I'm walking next to somebody that also has a person, and he's wow, it's Steven Tyler. And I was like, Steven Tyler, what's up? And he was like, hey, and he was so nice. He didn't put it together that we had met at first. And then I said, hey man, we've met before on Bobby Bones. He goes, oh, Nashville, oh, or whatever he did. He was so nice. He was so nice. I saw
That's
him,
cool.
by the way, sing at Ozzy Osbourne's final concert this past weekend.
Is that his final concert?
Yeah, he's
That's
struggling.
Dang.
Sometimes I'll see clips of the Osbournes podcast,
man.
and Sharon's like, Jack, and what we do is back in the day, and Ozzy be like, oh, what's and Sharon's like, yes, Ozzy, you can go have some licorice. And you're like, he didn't say anything. That's not what?
It's like Chewbacca.
He has no, yeah. It sucks
Dang.
because he's sick and old.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched his final concert. He was sitting in a chair the whole time, and he actually sounded pretty good.
Singing?
Did you see any of it, Mike?
Yeah, I thought he sounded good. It
Yeah.
was kind of sad where you saw he wanted to stand up a little
Yeah,
bit, like he was
couldn't.
getting into it. It was really
Really?
emotional.
So he's sick.
He has, does he have dementia?
That's what I thought.
Oh,
I'm not sure what he has. We can look it
Oh
up.
man, because when they used to have the Osborne TV show, I thought he sounded terrible. You couldn't understand what he was saying. So for him you say you couldn't understand him on the podcast, I can't imagine how much different it could be. Because when he'd be
He
on
has
the show,
Parkinson's.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh, the dementia stuff is so crazy. My friend Jill, who I was at the Caymans with, her parents were there, and her dad has it, and he would forget. He would tell you a story, so he'd say it over and over. But then, like one time, we were at dinner, and there was a question about the bill and the numbers, and he was like 267. Like like it was so crazy to watch his brain be able to. And everyone was like. Jill was like, Dad, look at you got it. And he just kind of shrugged his shoulders. He's like, yeah, no problem. Because he's aware that he also has dementia.
That's like you with tasting ketchup.
It's like my skill. I'll always be able to do that.
Always.
No matter what.
Amy's like Heinz Organic 57. Amy, but you're 103. We don't know anything else you're saying.
I know, but it just made me think about how wild our brains are.
well, it's like Glenn Campbell. I was seeing something on him. He had dementia, but he could still play guitar.
He'd go on stage and perform.
Yeah.
And on stage, he kind of was very much with it as opposed to when he wasn't, when he was sick. My point about Steven Tyler was that he sounded awesome. And they stopped singing. He stopped singing because he injured his voice. And he did walk this way.
Mhm.
It was freaking awesome. And yeah, Ozzy actually sounded pretty good when he was singing. But yeah, he was in a chair, like a big throne type chair.
Yeah.
Okay. Before we go, I'm gonna play a couple voicemails. Ray, hit me with number 1, please.
Yo, what's wrong with people? What's wrong with people? So my sister works at Cracker Barrel, and on July 4th, they were doing a 17 top, and they left $12 tip. What's wrong with people?
Yeah, that sucks.
That's terrible.
That's terrible. What's wrong with people?
What's wrong with people?
Yeah, it sucks. I didn't say anything about my vacation. We didn't leave. We stayed home. A couple things though. I tried to find the perfect hot dog during vacation. Did not go very well. I ordered it from this one place, and it was called like Hot Dog Palooza or something. And man, the pictures look good. It's one of those ghost restaurants on Uber Eats.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a real restaurant. It's just like a gas station that names their hot dogs like a restaurant, and you buy it. Terrible. The one place we wanted to go to that had good hot dogs that I would get usually, they were out of hot dogs. And finally, I went to something called Hot Dog Daddy. Hot Dottie.
Daddy's dogs.
It was pretty good. Yeah, I finally had that last night.
Daddy's dogs.
So Daddy's Dogs is pretty good.
Why were you trying to find the best hot dog? Like
This
just in the mood?
Culture.
I've been eating hot dogs a little bit because there's one place.
Good point.
Yeah, good
Your
point.
culture.
Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, those Daddy's dogs, they're huge. Those are the ones, right?
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
wasn't huge.
You didn't get the
really.
you,
It was pretty big, but it wasn't like
They're that big.
where I come
Oh, they're
from.
big,
Where,
dude.
They're bigger. Yeah.
where I come
they're
from.
not normal size hot dogs.
So did that. I read a book called Project
Hey,
Hail Mary.
Yes, I saw you read that, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Have you read it?
Yeah, a while back. And
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's a football
that was
book?
the first book.
No, it's a space.
Oh.
That's what gave me what I think you've always had with like the aliens and stuff, and like how they're not communicating like us. They don't look like they could be.
They're microscopic. They could be 10,000 feet tall, but our scale is based on what we've seen and been exposed
Yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. And I didn't realize it was going to be a movie. And then
Is it going to be a movie?
Ryan Gosling's in it. The preview's already out.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Yay!
Yeah,
Oh,
I love Ryan Gosling.
me too.
Yeah. Like it's got to be a good movie now.
yeah.
The book's awesome. And I was just I started a second book. It's not very good yet. I've read 100 pages. I'm not into it.
Oh, wait, was
I'm
that
gonna
one
kick.
Artemis or something? What's that one? What's the second one called?
It has nothing to do with that.
Oh, never mind.
No, not the same writer. The same writer wrote The Martian.
Oh yeah, Martian. Oh, I don't know. I tried to start something else related to that, and I couldn't finish
I'm going
it.
to tell you the book that I'm reading now because I'll just scroll through until something tickles me, which is why I read Project Hail Mary. And I was like, oh, that sounds so good. Because he's like a school teacher who they needed to go into space. That's all I'll say for now. But there's a Ryan Gosling. I say Gosling or Reynolds?
You said
You
Gosling.
said Gosling?
Yeah, Gosling.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Okay.
The movie preview looks awesome. I'm reading
I
something
can't
called
wait.
Life After Life.
Do you believe in life
Life
after
after
life?
life.
No, it's by Kate Atkinson, and the whole book is apparently she is born and then she dies, but she comes back and lives the same exact life, but she gets to make different choices.
That's cool.
And I'm 100 pages in, and I'm just not feeling it. But you never should follow a book that was awesome with any book at all. You got to give it some sort of, you got to let your palate cleanse, or you compare it. So I needed like a rebound boyfriend, and I didn't get one. I went right for it.
Do you ever read a book based on just the title and the picture? Why are you looking at me like
Well,
that?
the title and the pic.
Like,
No,
or
what
do you,
picture?
Do you read the back and everything?
The-
The synopsis.
I always read the synopsis.
Okay.
Do you always go check ratings?
I'll do
Oh,
Goodreads. I'll go to Goodreads and see what the review is there. And
I love when they say on the book, New York Times bestseller.
Yeah, I get 2 of those right here.
I read
Yeah,
those.
and they say that.
They say that.
I know, but sometimes they'll be like, this is by
A New York
a
Times
New York
bestselling
Times
author. And you're like,
bestselling author.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, with this, now you're trying to rope-a-dope me.
Yeah. Project Hail Mary, I very much recommend.
Yeah, it's good. I second that.
Yeah. So, Eddie, I know you're not going to read. You wouldn't even read the book. It's 20 pages. So I don't recommend it to you.
probably won't
You
read
ain't
it.
reading crap.
I'll be real with you. Probably won't.
You ain't reading crap.
But if the movie's coming, you should read the book before you watch the movie.
no, I'll definitely watch the movie.
I know, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's fun if you just like Mike D's wife told me that the show that I watched, We Were Liars, I guess that was a book, and now I'm bummed that I didn't read the book before, but she told me there's a prequel. So now I'm going to read that. And she said that might be season 2.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I need stuff to read, guys.
I
wanna read
I don't
more.
force reading on myself anymore. I used to, or I was like, I must read something at all times. I don't, because then I don't enjoy it as much. If I come across something and I'm so motivated, I'll read. I read that book. It's like 600 pages in 2.5 days. Because I just was like, I got nothing to do. I'm just going to read. But if I don't,
You read a 600-page book in 2 days?
2.5 days, to be fair.
You're like Goodwill Hunting, dude.
No,
Get outside.
He was outside. He
I
probably
was.
read outside.
Get outside.
I did. I even went to the pool with my wife for a little bit. I never do that.
Oh, that's cool.
And I raw dogged it. No sunscreen.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
That's
something.
How
good. That's
long?
good though.
No, only for a
30 minutes.
short amount of time.
No, I saw a guy on TikTok saying don't wear sunscreen.
Same guy that ate the meat and got real
Liver
big.
King?
Yeah,
Not that
go with that guy.
Not that dude.
No.
All right, we got to go. All right, thank you.